There we go. Hello. How are we doing today? Um,
How are we doing today?
there we go. Okay, it's working. I haven't gotten on to give an update in a couple days, so I thought I'd do that, and then also ask for a favor for you or from you. Trisha has had a pretty good week. She got off her epidural a couple days ago, changed pain meds, so that was a big deal because you never know coming off those high pain meds how you're going to feel. And it took 2 days to accomplish it. Their first plan didn't work, so then they tried something else. So I'm thankful that they stuck with it because she was ready to get that thing out of her back and get on, stop feeling so loopy. So that's a good step. She had another chest tube pulled yesterday or the day before. Can't remember which day. So she's got, I believe, she has two left, maybe one. I've lost count. And then two of the big ones, and then two little ones. I think they're called JB or JP, and they're just like little balls and little tiny tubes. So we're hoping when the doctor's around tomorrow that they'll say, let's get the rest of these tubes out in the next couple days and get you home. Home to the apartment. So that's what we're hoping for. Um, so she is they're kind of trying to figure out some medication stuff. She's had some stomach pain, which could be from a bunch of different things. You know, anytime you go through a big surgery like this and get put on high dose of all kinds of medications, and then another group of medications to try to suppress the side effects of the first group of medications, things can get a little crazy. Um, so yeah, she's ready to get out of there. Crystal, my friend Crystal said our buddy Hunter had his epidural move yesterday. Great. There, Crystal or Trisha and Hunter have had kind of the same exact week as far as trying to walk laps and get off the pain meds, and so I definitely know what he's going through. So I'll keep praying for Hunter. I'm sure he's ready to get out of the hospital, Crystal. And you guys keep praying for our friend Hunter as well. So yeah, thank you for continuing to pray. I've been really busy. Sorry, every time I get on here, I haven't talked to anybody except the dog all day and my kids and Trisha on FaceTime. And for some reason, when I start talking to you, I start yawning. There's traffic outside. If that's really, oh good, Hunter might be going home tomorrow. If the traffic's too loud for this, what you're hearing on this video, just let me know. What was I about to say? Oh, I've been really busy working on a couple music projects and trying to finish up with some friends before Trisha gets out of the hospital, so that I've got that behind me. Take advantage of this time that I've got not as a caregiver, and then focus on Trisha when she gets out of the hospital. I've been cleaning the apartment a little bit, getting that ready for her, trying to organize, and I gave the dog a bath today. The weather's been beautiful, so I've taken a lot of long walks. I found a really cool neighborhood about half a mile from here, like a really old Durham neighborhood. A lot of old houses, huge trees, a lot of shade. I told Trisha, not that we're planning on moving, but I told her if we ever move to Durham, I know where I want to live in this neighborhood. So I've been exploring a little bit. So so yeah, I've been busy, so I haven't gotten on. And honestly, it's things taper down as we move further and further away from the surgery. I'm looking forward to getting back to where it's not an hour by hour update anymore, even day by day. It's, hey, nothing new today, which is good. That always means that she's doing well. So, but I will continue to update as things come along on her support page. And now that I can stream on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, we'll do that. So yeah, the kids, my kids are excited. They start their last week of school tomorrow. They cut all the end of out. So normally this would be the time of the year where they would transition from everyday learning to studying and prepping for tests. Since don't have any tests to study or prep for, they're letting them go. So they're very excited. On Friday, Gwyneth sent me a bunch of texts just how excited she was that it was Friday and there was one more week of school. So Hunter graduates 8th grade, which we're proud of him for accomplishing that. And he's thankful that he's not in school to have to go to any of the graduation ceremonies or all that stuff. It's not his cup of tea. He's been out fishing and skimboarding the past couple days. There's a tropical storm headed for the Outer Banks right now. It looks like it's going to brush out into the ocean and hopefully make some good surf and good fishing. But it's really, really early for that. I know the past couple of years we've had some early storms, but I'm not sure if we've had any this early tropical storm, anything that big. So looks like a lot of rain. From Omaha, Nebraska, my girl's a CF fighter too. Always good to hear from other CF families. So yeah, we're hoping if the kids get out of school on Friday, they'll be all done. And we'll talk to her doctors. Hopefully she's out of the hospital in the next couple days. And then we can talk to her doctors about when the kids might be able to come visit us. In a normal world, they could pretty much come right away as long as they didn't have any illness or anything. But again, with this whole virus thing, it's, travel is, a little iffy. So we'll see how that all goes. So yeah, that's the update. Trying to think of anything else happening. Anything else going on with Trisha? She's walking her laps. She's getting about to a mile every day. She takes 2 or 3, 4 walks a day. She's more independent now, so she doesn't have as many things hooked to her body, so she can actually get up and do things on her own if she needs to. She's a little more steady on her feet. If you've seen a picture of her the past couple of days, her cheeks are filling out, and if you don't know anything about transplant, you might look at that and say, "Oh, she's gaining some weight and getting healthy." No, it's actually the steroids. She is on a ton of steroids. And for some reason they all go to your face. I don't know if that's just with lung transplant or any transplant, but for the first several months, your face kind of fills out. They call it, the transplanters call it moon face, I think. Or chipmunk cheek. So that's again, that's all a sign that she's had her transplant. We're thankful for it. So, yeah, been able to get rid of the pain meds and most of them. She's on some oral meds now. Oh, the other great thing is her infectious disease team came by and told her they're going to take her off of antibiotics, which is the first time she's been off of antibiotics since October or November. And really, she's been on and off of them since August. So coming up on 9 months. And and it's not oral antibiotics, it's IV antibiotics. So she's literally every 6 or 8 hours, depending on the med and the dose. She's had to, for the past 9 months, almost every day, set up this IV medication, which, I mean, it is what it is. We're used to it, but that's one less thing that she's bringing home. I'm excited because I'm usually the one that wakes up either at midnight or 6 a.m. to hook her up to that med. So I get to sleep through the night when she gets here. So we're excited. They have her doing physical therapy now. Mostly just walking. There's some other little things. You know, I'm sure, knowing Trisha, she's in her bed doing her leg exercises, calisthenics, and all that kind of stuff, whatever she can do. But the real physical therapy, their goal in the hospital is just to get you feeling better, making sure the lungs are working, get you off of all the stuff, and get you out of there as quick as possible. So the physical therapy starts as soon as she gets out. She'll start going back to the rehab facility. I think Siri thought sorry, somebody's texting me. Siri thought I was talking to her there for a second. So yeah, Moonface, all transplant folks get it. Yeah, I figured so. Nothing but good report. The other thing I want to talk about is I just finished recording a cover song in the apartment, and one of my favorite Foo Fighters songs, which if you listen to radio or you know the Foo Fighters at all, you recognize it. But what I'd like to do is put together a video with this song and to celebrate our heroes. The song is called My Hero, which you can listen to it in iTunes or whatever. But I've recorded my cover of it, and I'd love for you, if you're watching, to, in the comments, I don't know if you can do this on YouTube, but I know on Facebook you can, in the comments, if you've got a picture of somebody who's been a hero to you or your community during this COVID-19 stuff going on, I'd like you, if you have permission to do so, to post that photo in the comments, and I'm going to use these photos in a video that I'm going to put as a backdrop for this song, just to celebrate and say thank you to those who have been serving us during this time. I know a lot of people are stuck at home like me, but there's a lot of people who have either been forced to go into work or have done it gratefully, but have gone to work to keep the world going. So I don't have to regurgitate all that. We all know about all that's going on. But if there's anybody in your life and you have permission to post their photo, nurses, doctors, sanitation workers, postal workers, your mom, if she's been teaching you at home, your favorite cashier at the grocery store. I mean, there's hundreds of different people you could think of. Then post that. And if you do so by noon tomorrow, so noon on Monday, the 18th, then I will use it. If I get enough, then I'll use it in my video. So do that. So a picture of somebody who's been a hero to you or your family or your community, and I will use that in video with this song that I'll put on YouTube tomorrow. So I'd appreciate your help with that. If you can't post a photo in the comments because you're not on Facebook, let me know. Just comment somewhere as you're watching this video, and I'll figure out a way for you to get a photo to me to use. All right. That's about it. It's exciting to see the Outer Banks coming back to life. They let the tourists in on Saturday. Yes, Saturday. Today's Sunday. For the first time. So things are kind of getting back to normal. I'm praying that there's not an outbreak there because they've pretty much been isolated. So praying that my family and my kids and my friends are all staying safe back home. We'll see how that goes. But I'm thankful for those who need the work and need the money, who are able to get back to work. So if you're planning a vacation this year, I highly recommend you come help us out on the Outer Banks, because we've already lost millions and millions of dollars there, because our main source of economy across the island is tourism. So yeah, I'm praying that everything, if you're watching from the Outer Banks, I'm praying everything goes well, and that everybody has a good week, a peaceful week. I'm praying that tropical storm makes some really good surf and good fishing and doesn't cause any damage. Looks like we're going to get a lot of rain, even here in Durham. But rain's good too, but hopefully no flooding and high wind. So I'll be praying for that. All right. Any questions? Anybody have any questions about what's happening with Trisha? All of our friends who are in the transplant world seem to be doing pretty well. Keep praying for Gene. He's had a couple setbacks, but we're as far as I've heard, the doctors think he's moving in the right direction. So keep praying for Gene, our little buddy Hunter, Trisha's friend Travis out in California, who got a third double lung transplant. Seems to be doing really well. Who else? Danny's out of the hospital, so thank you for praying for him. Linda, our friend Linda, which I've probably mentioned a while back, is possibly getting out. She's been in for over a month, well over a month. So I heard that she's possibly getting out tomorrow. So I'm going to check in with her husband and find out if that happens. So I'm sure they'll be very excited about that. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who's gotten their transplant. I think everybody else is out of the hospital. I know there are some other people who've gotten transplants, but I don't know them because they came after Trisha, and I haven't met the caregivers, unless I'm forgetting something, and hopefully I'm not. So, all right, last chance for questions. If you got a question, please ask. I'm going to check on Facebook just to make sure I didn't miss anything. It supposedly shows me all the comments here, which I think works. Yeah, looks like I saw everything there. So I'll play a little bit of the song that I recorded. If you know the song, it'd probably be a little familiar. This is my spin on it. So again, post your comments, photos in the comment section of anybody who's been a hero to you during this COVID-19 deal, and I will add it to a video I'm putting together tomorrow. So do that by noon tomorrow, Standard Eastern Time, and hopefully we'll have a video full of heroes. All right. Thank you guys again for your prayers, your support. We appreciate it. Keep praying for Trisha, and really, really hoping that she's out of the hospital in the next couple of days. It feels like it's gone too long, but that's just because I'm not there. I'm here. I'm sure it feels like even longer for her. I know it does. So we're ready for her to get out. And Duke has just done, again, a phenomenal job of caring for her, and it's doubly as hard. It's doubly hard. It's twice as hard when caregivers aren't allowed to be there, because caregivers just kind of fill in the cracks of things that need to be done. At least a lot of them do. A lot of us do. So yeah, we're so thankful for Duke. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. Thank you again for everything. And look forward to some good news in a couple days. Bye.